What's up, guys? M to the C, it's MiltonCast time. Today, joining us by popular demand, we have the man, the monolith, the mollusk, Darksluff.
Hello guys, Tom Bolden here. You know,
Go by Darksluff.
Tom Bolden's my real name.
Gutsluff.
Darksluff is my gaming tag. So
Exactly. This podcast is by and for gamers. So
well, friend to friend, surely you can call me Tom Bolden.
anyway, so today, guys, I'm going to be drinking Dr. Pepper. That's my drink of choice for today. If you guys have time, pause this, nip off to the shops, grab a Dr. Pepper, and sit down, chug with me. You know,
It's giving you pretty bad gas.
well. Yeah, well, we'd think not, but it's true. Fucking hell, that smells bad.
Yeah, it does. To be fair, the whole of your bedroom absolutely stinks of.
It's not guys. We're not in my bedroom right now. We are at. We are recording this live from Pinewood Studios in London. We've rented out the studio space. Sorry, we own the Pinewood.
I'm sitting at the end of your bed.
The Redwood Lodge in London. We're there.
I'm twiddling a sock with my fingers.
It was better than twiddling a cock with your fingers. So, I think we're going to start out with a point of contention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly, you are the worst member of the Miltoncraft crew.
Well, instantly, I've got to definitely argue back to that and say that.
Bunch of bollocks.
I'm not the worst member.
High and mighty, lording down on those below you. Who's lower than you?
I've been busy. I've been keeping the channel afloat. I've been there from the beginning, dude.
Keeping the channel afloat.
Yes.
You're gonna have struggle keeping afloat after I'm done with you.
Well, hang on a second. Come on, I've been delivering Yaz boxes for the channel. You got to give me some credit for that.
Well, okay, credit where credit's due. You have never disappointed on the Yazbox.
Well, thank you very much, dude.
Your consistency. Consistency is clearly your number one feature. You know, good boxes at a good price. You're always so again consistent. Anyway, moving on to the first real topic we've got today. Minecraft.
Oh, wait, do we?
Yes, we do.
Do we have to?
Well, where do we begin, Darksluff? Because our humble beginnings as good friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's all this Dr. Pepper.
Jesus fucking God, dude.
We're good friends.
Can you stop drinking that? Actually?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'll put the Dr. Pepper down, and I will bring up our first sponsor for the day. Pelican House Premium Dr. Peter drink. It's a fizzy beverage. It is a sparkling fruit flavour soft drink with sugar and salt. It tastes like victory. So, one swig, you really just know what you're drinking.
That is fluorescent.
Yeah, well, you should see my poo in a bit.
Your fingers are like melting off as you hold the bottle.
Fuck off, that's bullshit. So, Minecraft. As we all know, a big game. We've all played it.
Huge.
Some of us haven't, and to those I'd say, what are you, girl?
Well, so Minecraft is definitely where it all began with us. It's obviously where the channel began and where it spurred. And so I met you guys on what was the server called again? It was I think it was Turkeycraft.
No, Sword and Shield Network or something like that. Blade and
Logcraft. Lognet.
Yeah, Lognet.
Lognet.
The Lognet's monster. Do you remember that little joke we used to say? The Lognet's monster.
So I remember I made a faction on Lognet. And
Yeah.
I called it I called it the.
Was it the Butts Hole?
No, fuck off. The Dustbin Raiders. So I was part of it's like I had a trash pact, okay, and I went around raiding people, and yeah, you guys like came in. I was like, I don't know, like 3 months into making my faction.
Right. Yeah.
You guys came in, and I had another thing going. So obviously the server Darkcraft. I'd recently made the server with a Raspberry Pi. I did a bit of coding back in the day.
Bit of codeine. Jesus Christ! What are you, Texas rapper from Tennessee? Sorry,
I don't do drugs.
Okay, But so
I made the server, and it had been empty for a little while. You know, I needed to fill it up with some good new faces. I thought you and Craig.
Okay, you haven't forgotten his name already.
Well, that's Mahuvis, you know, if we're going by the whole...
Yeah, well, you know, you're right. Darksluff, Mahuvis, and me. Well, we're not going to go with Ninja Overlord. We'll go with Milton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you say, we met you on Squirrelcraft server. Lognet, sorry, my bad. You met us on Lognet, and as I recall, you messaged us privately on the server chat with the /PM command, and you said, you know, boys, let's split this place. I know a server where the TP commands run freely, and you can have as many /set homes as you want, and I was instantly intrigued.
That is the Eden that everybody wants on a server. I wanted to dish that out. I wanted to share the love.
It was lovely.
I really needed some citizens, you know.
Yeah, it was a great offer. And let me tell you, me and Craig logged onto Darkcraft for the first time, and
well, let me put like here's the thing with Darkcraft. Darkcraft, it was my firstborn child.
Right.
I poured hours and love into that thing.
Yeah.
Like 400 hours alone just doing pixel art around the server.
Pretty nice. There was some good pixel art and some bad pixel art.
Milton, you laugh now, but like that was my passion. I thought I could have made a career out of that, okay? And
as I say, consistency in retardation.
What? Okay.
Sorry, carry on. I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry, I'm interrupting your flow. Keep going.
Okay, so
sorry. Keep talking, dog stuff. It's a podcast. You've just got to act natural. Just keep talking.
If you let me speak, okay. So so yeah, letting you guys on the server. You know, looking back, it might not be the best move, but I needed it. You know, I needed it so bad. I needed to meet new people.
Hold on, pause. Rewind. May not be the best move. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you did blow up my house 3 times.
Oh, well.
You cheated the challenges.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
That I set to you. And you cheated in the sponge wars. And you hacked and griefed.
Listen.
You banned.
Listen to me. Listen to me! You fucking rat!
Fucking listen to me.
You fucking rodent! Don't you dare speak back to me like that! You fucking shitter! Don't speak back to me like that!
Milton.
Craig blew up your house, not me!
Milton, calm down.
I was going to say...
Stop shouting.
I was going to say... Craig lit the TNT. We found it in there already. You know that well. You filled your house with TNT. Shut the fuck up! Craig, I said it wasn't a good idea.
You put the footage up on YouTube, okay? I saw. It was a joint effort.
It was a funny video! It was a funny thing to put on the internet.
Calm down, for fuck's sake. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down on the floor. Lie down. Stay down, okay?
Fuck!
Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Okay. I'll get you some water.
Oh, thanks.
Do you like ice?
I love eyes.
Oh my god, what is this here? What is this in your room? No.
Now there's a word from our second sponsor. Have you ever wanted to have a poo in the woods? Pelican House Portable Toilets. This pop-up pooer is a real shit show, and not in a bad way. Warm heated seats will provide a comfy poo each and every time. And if you order now, you receive 2 kilos of perfect purified poo paper with each rental.
Wow, you could really do with one in here with the stink that's around.
Listen, we've got the corner and a snotty newspaper. That'll be fine. Anyway, back to Darkcraft.
Yes.
So before your little outburst there, we were talking about me and Craig's first impressions of the server. Now, I've got to admit, we logged in, and when we were in the spawn room, I didn't think much of it. It was a mess in there.
Well, you know, you want to start off small and work it up big. You know, if you know the expectations, it makes the good stuff better.
Yeah, but you know, there's a level of small to start with. But anyway, so we started off in that spawn room, and I didn't think much. We came out, we emerged from that hole. We went through a little maze to get in. Do you remember? See if we were eligible. We had to go through and answer some questions.
Well, obviously, server. I have to make sure you guys, have a couple brain cells, a couple chromosomes handy. A couple spare, maybe.
I mean, if you let just any odd person know. Anyway, well, so we came out having obviously answered all the questions right, bar Craig falling down a hole quite a lot of times.
Yes. But you guys ended up, was it the Fighters Guild that you ended up with?
Fighters Guild.
Now you see that.
My God.
Was a centerpiece to Darkcraft, definitely.
I would agree with that. Now, we don't agree on much, but I think we can offer a firm, manly handshake over the fact that the Fighters Guild was one of the highlights of the entire Let's Play Darkcraft series.
Definitely.
The challenge was real, and it was there. I've never been so scared of a Minecraft witch in all my life. In fact, the night, I still remember it to this day, the night that we did the Fighters Guild challenge, every 5 minutes I would wake up thinking there was a Minecraft witch in my room.
I'm super sorry.
And
could have been one.
Yeah, I know. Well, see, we had a drip in the ceiling at the time, and a drop of water fell on my head. I thought it was a splash potion of harming.
Oh Lord! Probably a splash potion of wooziness. Wooze.
Well, actually, I think it was a splash potion of damp. But so yeah, we loved the Fighters Guild. We loved the Chilagnes.
It did get griefed afterwards. I'm pretty.
What, the Fighters Guild?
You wouldn't know about that, would you?
I don't know much about that. No, okay. Only a bit. It was Craig. But anyway,
wait.
What?
It was
Craig. Moving on. So yeah, there's something I've got to ask about.
Mm-hmm.
With the amount of time that you put into the Darkcraft server, with I'm assuming a bunch of other people. Actually, we'll go there. We'll go there first. Tell us about the other people that were on the server with you, because there was clearly a lot going on before we got there.
Okay, well, so the server had been dead for about 2 weeks. I'd had like another before you guys. There were another two young boys that had came on.
Right.
I think
you like young boys, do you?
Well, it's Minecraft. It's Minecraft. You're gonna get young boys. I think it was Sid the Sloth 96 and Billy Jean. The two characters they came on. They helped build it up.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them, and I just thought I need another pair of young sprightly players. Male, of course. Okay. Yeah, kind of ladies on my server. That can't be.
That's like letting a girl into your bedroom. Only a loser would let a girl into their bedroom. Hold on, hang on, I've just remembered. Do you remember Mega Bay?
Oh, yeah, of course.
She was your Minecraft girlfriend. Right?
Okay, well, a little bit of backstory. Originally, I thought Mega Bay was a girl. There was a really hot Minecraft skin, but it turned out to be Baz. That's how he met Baz in the end. Remember?
Well, no. I mean, I was away.
Sorry.
Filming the acts described in the audiobook.
This is during the Altitude and Architectural Ascension, the miniseries, and I'm not too sure if you were too much a part of.
Fun fact: I never watched that series through.
What?
There's a fact for you.
That is the best running series on the channel by far.
Bullshit.
Better than any of your live action wank.
Yeah, farts in the bum, eh? I've just remembered another prominent figure we've forgotten to mention. What happened to Jed? What was the story with Jed in the end?
Jed's dead, baby.
Okay, moving swiftly on. I was getting there before Mega Bay flashed into my mind. The Minecraft server obviously had a lot of time put into it.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk addiction.
Oh.
Because clearly there were some underlying problems for you to spend so much time on a Minecraft server with two young boys you've never met in real life.
I've got brain damage from playing the game, definitely. Really? I looked at my statistics, and I had over north of 10,000 hours.
North?
No, okay. 10,000, 11,000. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Creeping, I think it's 11,500 hours.
My God, man. I mean,
4,000 hours alone on Darkcraft,
I mean, I've got, 7,000. Once that's fine, that's normal, right? But 11,000 hours on Minecraft, that is not normal.
Yeah, I had some tiffs with my parents. Yeah,
right.
My mum pulled the plug eventually.
Yeah, I would imagine. the addiction obviously spiraled into what I would see as a sort of tulpa state, where you develop this other being in your mind, the Redstone Raider.
Oh well, I would not put it like that at all. Like, I don't. Well, the Redstone Raider.
How would you put it?
A small. Well, yeah. I thought you'd forgotten about it. If I was completely honest,
Never.
Really.
It's fucking bullshit. I'd never forget about it.
Well,
bunch of wank.
Well, I wanted. At one point, I thought, I could make Redstone tutorial videos, and they'd be hilarious and they'd be funny, and
right.
they'd rack up hundreds of views, and I'd probably get a little bit of money from it.
Yeah, like Chris Chat.
Well, yeah, but better, definitely.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that really.
Well, I think we do. The Redstone Raider tutorial on what was it? How to defend your base against spiders?
Well,
no good. Whatever it was just. You've got up here as our content, Ferrero Rocher. You're down there with like your, I don't know, Kroger brand chocolate bars. Realistically, it was not good for the channel, and you put it up without asking me. You asked Craig.
Well, look,
Craig didn't.
I thought that the people of Minecraft need to know how to defend your base from spiders.
Yeah, use a sword.
And often you can do it hassle-free. A couple little bits of piston, a couple bits of arrow.
I mean, I would argue that completely viable self-defense, an automated defense.
Well, anyway, look, the important... Snowman or Iron Golem! Look, Redstone's better than snow golems.
Well, you could argue that, for sure. Still on the topic of Minecraft, I know, guys, stick around. There's more to be talked about here by far. Minecraft is not the biggest thing here. Sponge Wars, another heated element of contention within the Miltoncraft community, because, it can fairly be said, right, whilst me and Craig did somewhat embezzle the truth of our victory...
Well, you cheated.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Cheated majorly.
I would say that, realistically, even if we had lost, which we didn't, even if we had lost,
you cheated, so you disqualified.
You would have been the real loser, because the trick that you played, clearly in some sort of fugue state as the Redstone Raider to come up with such a devious contraption, the trick you played on me and Craig with the barrier and the lava,
it's not a trick. That's how the game works.
Heartless. And I think many members of the Miltoncraft community were outspoken in their I'd say hatred and sadness towards that act and trick, including your partner for the challenge, Spuntysaurus, your dear brother Magnus Bolden, who claimed to have absolutely no idea that you'd done that down there.
Well, yeah. So Spuntysaurus is my brother Magnus Bolden. I don't really want to talk about him that much, to be fair.
Why?
Well, he's just my brother,
We've all got a brother, Beckley. He taught me how to be mean and shout at people.
He's annoying. He comes in my room sometimes. He doesn't even knock. Okay.
What things has he walked in and witnessed?
What are you trying to imply? What?
Well, sometimes a man's sitting up there eating a Mr. Kipling, and you just don't want people to know that you're a big fat pig.
Sometimes he comes in my room and he doesn't knock, and it just shouldn't be. He could, yeah. But what if he sees something bad?
Well, okay. Well, so there's more to be said about Spuntysaurus. Really, how did you get him involved at Yaz? What strings did you have to pull to get your younger brother involved with the business that you run?
So Yaz for me was always meant to be like a family business, kind of like family sort of stuff.
Of course, yeah.
I just wanted to get them all involved in a way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've heard you're a pretty family-oriented guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm all about family. I used to live with them back in the day, but, I finally got my own place and live with my brother.
Baby boy's all grown up, you know.
I've got the big room, he's got the small room.
I mean, that's the way it needs to be. Like, except Beckley's room is bigger than me, but he's... No, Beckley's bigger. So, you haven't always lived like this, have you? You in your... come to think of it, how did you get hold of a house to yourself?
Well, this is so with Yaz. Yaz gave me the money.
Right.
I got a small fortune from it. Spunked it all away on stuff I didn't need. I'm getting by. I'm doing my own thing. You know, got a nice house down in Bristol.
Yeah, I could buy a house. I just choose not to. So you weren't always living in such splendour, were you? You know that you were back in the day a proper povo. You know, really, really impoverished.
Povo's a pretty derogatory term.
Yeah, well, you know, so's them too. Back in the day, I heard you grew up on the mud flats of Minehead.
Yes, Minehead was my birthplace.
Yeah, how was that? How was growing up in Minehead?
God, so we had a very small place, you know.
Right.
Maybe not big enough for the whole family.
Big as a cupboard.
Not that funny. Yeah, so we had a little place just behind Merlin's Amusements.
Right. Fucking hell.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Jesus.
So a lot of the money that we made from fishing on the mud flats was kind of just spent on Merlin's tokens. So yeah, back in the day, I used to love fishing, man. I'd go into the flats and I'd find guppy, I'd find eels, a few hermit crabs.
Love a guppy.
You know, if it has tentacles, squids, fucking beautiful. So yeah, and all that money, you know, spent on tokens, and I'd save up. Oh, I remember as a kid, man, I'd always save up for the.
Hold on, I've just had a thought. Did you catch a flying pabungo while you were out there?
Whoa, you've been talking to Craig, haven't you?
No, I just love that video. That is, I will admit, that is one of the best videos on the channel still to this date. The Fishing Planet video.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because you're not in it. So the flying pabungo.
Yeah, fuck you, man. I'm not going to let that slide. You can't just say that was good content because I wasn't in it. Well, fuck you, I've done a lot. I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. You know, I sat and masturbated in a room with the great...
Milton, that's just horrible. You're just quoting memes and making up bullshit. Anyway, look, the point I was trying to make is, so we went down to Dunster.
Right.
This was like a while back, and we went out like our own small little place. This was with Craig and all the rest of the boys.
Yeah, I've been away with Craig. Yeah, I've been away to Barbados with Craig. Yeah, me and Sasos, we went to Spain.
Yeah, I don't care. Look. So I went on holiday with Craig and the rest of the boys, and we went fishing, and we had a really fun time together. Just us, me and Craig, and the other boys.
Oh,
yeah. So we found a flying pabongo. £30. I'm pretty sure it weighed in the end.
What?
A whopper.
That's a fat fish.
Biggest I've ever seen. And yeah, probably one of the happiest days I've ever had with Craig. I'll be honest, without you. So
how did you go about cutting up and serving a flying pabongo? Because you are a fucking bitch. You are a weak little pussy. Darksluff.
Where did that come from? Are we going to do this? This podcast like this? Are you just going to insult me?
Well, you you know what? Okay, here's the difference between a real man and a weak burger, okay?
Yeah, come on.
I'm insulting you in the open. I'm letting my audience know that I think you're a fat fanny crease.
You're a meanie, Milton.
You're uttering rude words and sad incantations beneath your breath. You're trying to swerve the things that you're saying, and I don't appreciate it.
You're a self-centered bully, Milton.
You're nothing. You miserable, no talent, nothing. You're nothing. Anyway, rude guests 101, am I right, guys? Sorry, carry on with whatever bullshit you were talking about.
Look, I resent you saying that, okay? That's not fair at all, okay?
Why?
I used to be back, so my dad's ex-army, okay?
My dad's fought a lot of wars.
My dad forced me to go into the army. I did a year's placement.
My dad didn't force me into anything. I was actually dutifully initiated into
combat
the
trained.
Knights.
So my dad fought in the Afghanistan war.
My dad fought in the 3rd and 5th Bodyscalian wars.
Milton, what are you talking about? This is fantasy. I'm talking about real world issues.
Okay, hold on, stop.
I'm talking about my past here.
I'm pretty sure you were a ghost like a year ago. So fuck you with that bullshit stuff.
That is...
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, keep farting out of your mouth.
You were talking about fantasy.
Keep wafting your foul, aural
scent. I'm talking about my hard army combat training past here.
Right, go ahead.
I'm talking army crawling. I'm talking about survival, but survival with the boys in the woods.
Survival by trial by fire. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, look, my dad was part of the army. Okay,
right.
I've been born into my dad's army. Okay, and you're just...
I love Dad's Army. It is a great show. Okay, guys, check out Dad's Army on Netflix. Sorry, carry on.
So I found my time in the army to be quite hard. I was definitely I was picked on quite a lot, especially by the fat colonel. You know, we had a few run-ins in the shower, and that was not nice at all. And I couldn't play video games for over a year.
Well, okay, there's quite a contrast of problems.
There was one time I had to make a break for dude. I had to see what was going on the Minecraft Wikipedia if they did an update. So I snuck into the colonel's office. I went on his old PC, his old Atari PC, and just as I was logging into the internet, he opened the door on me, dude. It wasn't good.
Sorry to interrupt. Our third sponsor for the day, Dad's Army Season 3. You know, if you love Pig's Army like I do, and you do, stupid boy, you know, you can really get a lot of viewing of Dad's Army right now. So back to
there is no way they'll use that as a sponsorship, Milton. I won't give you the money for that. That's not
what do you mean?
Sponsors.
What, you don't think that Only Fools and Horses will really take my sponsorship deal?
No, that's not. You didn't do the sponsor properly. You weren't even looking at your script.
Okay, look at the script and you do the read then. Go. Sponsor. Tell them how to buy Dad's Army.
Dad's Army. Do you?
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Fine, try again. Go.
Dad's Army. Do you love the army? Do you love Dad? Watch these 4 naval officers fight it out and have a bit of fun.
That's not Dad's Army! That's not Dad's Army!
I read off the script!
You're reading the Only Fools and Horses sponsor for later.
Oh, well.
So, going back to what I said earlier, you actually died 2 years ago on the moor. You were... The newspapers, anyway, they called you the man that came back to life.
Yeah, I was dead for a whole year. I was roaming around in Dartmoor, seeing ghosts and shit. You know, it was. I still have bad dreams, man. I still have bad dreams.
I have bad dreams about the sight of you when we got you out of the floor.
Come on, let's not go there. So it was Craig. It was Craig who killed me.
Actually. I just realised it was Craig that killed you and Craig that blew up your house, so I don't really know why you've got it in for me so much.
Because you're such a dickhead, man. You're just a meanie.
Anyway, no, listen to me. One more of those and you lose your platform. You've got a voice here, and that's a rare thing. No one listens to you, so speak away, but you fucking watch what you say about me.
Anyway, I
didn't want you here anyway.
And I was telling my story.
Fine, tell your story.
See if I can. It was Craig.
Not like I haven't died before as well, you know.
Or whatever.
Not special. Can't all be special.
Talk about yourself.
Talking about it all.
It was Craig who got me. Good friend as he is. He did kill me. And yes, I was roaming around on the moor for a year. You know, dodging ghosts. Every day was a
dodging ghosts
day.
like the girls dodge you, eh? At the club. I've seen the way that you pat bums and squeeze.
Yeah, that shut you up, didn't it?
Fucking hell.
Combat training, dude. The one good thing the Colonel was good for was that move. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Barry Podmore taught me that, bitch. You can't learn... You think your fat man taught you a lot.
Well, you didn't learn that in the army, so mine was combat.
I could give Barry a call right now and tip him off to your location. You really think you could survive a fight with that, man?
I think I could survive anything. I'm combat trained. Anyway, going back to the moor, it was Craig. It was Craig that killed me, but it wasn't his fault. He was possessed.
Well, yes, to be fair.
All is forgiven. He was possessed by the Bodyscalia, and it was the Bodyscalia that was looking for me. I used my combat training to dodge everything on the moor.
Combat training.
It's who I am, Milton. It's who I am. The army built me. Okay, I was born.
No, I tell you what.
I was born in Minehead. But I was made in the Royal Marines Navy.
I mean, I was born too, but you know. Anyway, moving on, guys. Let me see what I've got on my notes here. Okay. Clearly, after such a tragedy, there was only one way to resurrect a man such as yourself, of tastes as particular as yours.
Ooh.
We had to bring a Nature Valley up onto the moor.
Oh!
Yes.
Nature Valley. Nature Valley.
And I think actually next time you're about to be mean to me, you should remember that I actually paid for that Nature Valley.
Oh, no. Nature Valley puts me in a very good mood.
That's good to know.
All feudal fights aside, Nature Valley, I can be happy to.
That's good to know, because actually I happen to have one for you after we finish recording. As a treat.
No.
Yeah?
Seriously?
Yeah, I thought you'd like that more.
Can I not just have it now?
No, you have to wait. Because otherwise you'll just be all the way through.
Okay. Well, yeah. So it was Nature Valley that brought me back.
Yeah.
I believe it was oats and honey. That would definitely have done the trick, you know.
Yeah, it did, and it did. And look, you're sitting here today.
If you tried bringing me back with Nature Valley coconut, that wouldn't have worked at all.
No, I mean I don't like that one so much either. To be fair. So what's your history of Nature Valley? Tell me about it. Tell me about how you got into the hobby.
Well, at first there was God, and on the 7 days passed, and then there was Nature Valley. You know, I stick to that. That's what I live by.
That's very philosophical. I like that. I didn't know you were a man of religion.
I'm quite the religious man, you know. It was God himself who showed me Nature Valley. I remember sitting at home, there was an advert commercial for Nature Valley TV, and the sunlight shined through the windows, it touched my skin, I just thought, Nature Valley, you know, that's it.
I'm humbled by your spirituality, this sudden burst of spiritual energy coming from you.
Just like wake up, you know, Nature Valley, bowl of oats, you're ready to go for the day. You know, that's food done for the day.
No, but the thing is about that's not a good breakfast. What about the flavour? What about the saveloy, the chicken and onion pudding? You know, a nice warm bowl of a nice warm bowl of gravy. You know, chips,
Milton,
onions, peas.
There's no need.
Chicken.
All these things take too long to make. Okay.
Well, no. Food
is just fuel. Okay.
Food is just fuel.
This is so Nature Valley. Like we have, you know, honey and oats. Like that's a flavour. Bam, done.
Oh, you're an idiot. No, okay. If I've learned one thing from being the son of the esteemed chef Jamie Oliver, who I think knows a bit more about food than you.
You can't use your dad as an excuse to know food.
I can. He said I could. Anyway, it's clear to me that you don't know a thing about flavour. At some point, I will make you a risotto. You'll not resist.
That's very nice, but
I'll make you a nice herby, tasty risotto.
I wake up in the morning, okay, Nature Valley,
feeling like P.
bowl of cereal, lunch, loaf of bread, done. Butter, maybe.
Disgusting.
Maybe jam. Tea?
Bit more nice. Okay, that I can abide by.
Maybe an orange.
No sugar in that tea, do you? I bet you don't put sugar in your tea.
No.
Leave your tea bag in for what? A minute.
And water out of the tap. Never buy shop water. There's no need, okay? And like if I'm going shopping,
why you're saying that.
Own brand stuff only. Why don't I spunk out money on sriracha sauce or Heinz ketchup?
Okay, hold on. No. We do not bring the golden S into this. Okay, Mark Piccolo III didn't die on the cross just for you to talk shit about one of his absolute finest prodigal creations. His great grandson came up with cock sauce. It is the absolute tits of the sauce world. If your food doesn't have sriracha extra garlic sauce on it, at least a drop, you're not eating in my house.
Like I don't know where you've got this from. You've been brainwashed. Like you're just like spunking money on stuff you don't need. Okay, like why do you? Makes no sense.
Guys, it's time to have a word from our fourth sponsor of the day, Sriracha brand cock sauce.
No. Okay, it's time for my sponsor of the day, Nature Valley. Okay, who expected that?
Okay, no. We're not sponsored by Nature Valley. Although, no, actually, this might be quite a good opportunity to branch out into Nature Valley. No, make your pitch. Go.
Okay.
Sell it.
Do you like Nature Valley? Do you like oats, honey, and a little bit more?
Okay, stop. Sriracha cock sauce. It goes with everything. You pour it, you pour it, you pour it, you squeeze it, you squeeze it, you squeeze it, you squeeze it, you pour it. It just drips out like a little hot basket of juice. You just and then you and you and you and you and you and you and you.
Milton, stop! Okay, not again. What the fuck's this? Milton, this is not legal.
I think maybe put that down.
Stop!
In your hands you hold an item of insurmountable.
I'm going to call the police.
Oh, you will not. I'll fix that.
Oh, that
later.
legitimately smells.
I've taken a fart.
Farted.
Guys, in order to deter Darksluff, I have just pooed in my pants. We're going to have to continue the interview like this.
Let's continue. Let's get before you fart more.
To be fair, I don't want to smell that much longer. So, back onto the topic of Yaz. Now, we've mentioned this. I haven't actually mentioned it as much as I'd like to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we have a lot of disagreements. I think that's maybe the thing we can possibly agree on.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't.
Well,
no, we do.
Well, no, we don't.
You're right. We do. We have a lot of disagreements. But there's one thing we can all agree on, and that is that using the Yaz brand, you have brought perhaps a new dimension to the channel, a new layer that wasn't there before.
Well, that is thanks to you, because you guys, you did kill Hans. God rest his soul, obviously.
Yeah, I did. Well, we didn't kill Hans at all. Actually, it was
you gave the company to me, and you gave me a chance. It's what I really needed in my life, because I wasn't in a good place when you handed over the company to me.
I mean, are you now?
It boosts. Yeah, I'm better than ever. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm in a good place.
Okay, well,
I've never been better. I'd say probably. Yeah.
Okay, but so we gave you that key to the Yaz office, and I will be honest with you, I didn't expect much.
Well, so much good stuff has come from it. Like,
I would agree.
Let's just some of the happiest memories we've ever had. Well, us, you and me have ever had together.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, pretty much the only ones, but
all those boxes,
Yeah.
Some classics. Like
I think the Asia box was good.
That was Hans. I wasn't there for that one, Milton.
Well,
classics like the Africa Yaz box, Milton. My first ever Yaz box. I went to Africa. I brought back the stuff and I made that Yaz box and I poured love into that box. And the cheese box. I didn't even like cheese, Milton, but I did it for you guys. I did it for you and I did it for Craig, and it was so good and so wholesome.
All right, calm down.
Okay.
Well, yes, the cheese box was good. My favourite one. Sorry, you are right. I did get that one wrong. Hans did do that one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I think the worst Yaz box we've had was the Halloween box.
Look, Milton, that wasn't me, that was Hans as well. I haven't made any bad boxes, and I did the Yaz giveaway, Milton. I've only been wholesome, I've only given goodness.
Well, okay.
I'm giving and you guys are receiving. It's just giving, receiving, loving. That's all it is, really.
Okay, well, no, you're right, you didn't do that one. What have you done wrong then? Tell me a couple of things that you fucked up with. What boxes have we not been sent?
Well, yeah, there have been quite a few bad box ideas. There was the drugs box that got intercepted.
You didn't send us? I'd love to have had that.
I did send it, but it got sent back with 2 police dogs and a very angry policewoman. The sex box, exact same story, came back. 3 policewomen. The Easter Valentine's box.
Right.
What? Combining Easter and Valentine's was not the best idea I've ever had.
I'd say.
It didn't, rabbits, love... Ooh.
A bit like Pornhub. Play Hub.
And the anime box, way too expensive.
What? We didn't...
A titty pad alone is way more than I...
Are you telling me I missed out on a free breast pad?
Well, yeah. And also the clay box, that didn't work. I got my hands very sticky and I got clay hands. Like elephantitis hands, like...
Was that because there was a really sort of moist, damp, sort of reddy brown package arrived one day, and me and Craig couldn't figure out what it was? Was that the clay box?
Could have been. It was like
Did you send it?
I tried to make you guys a nice red brick. You guys could make it in your house.
The supreme brick. Baz would be jealous.
Also, there was a scavenger hunt box. Really shit idea. Glad that didn't happen.
No, I would have loved that. Again, see, I think that your problem... Okay, in general.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, my problem. What's this thing?
You think that the bad boxes are good and the good boxes are bad. I, for one, I would love to have received the anime box. I mean, if you've got any of the mouse pads
looking around your room, this needs no more anime in it. Okay, you are you've reached the limit of anime.
Listen,
you make Reggie from Nintendo.
No, listen.
He's angry.
Okay, no, God rest his soul.
You got more much than him.
I mean, you don't need to bring Reggie into this. Okay, God rest his soul as well. He's dead now because of a bile duct growth. So, Mike Bounster is at the helm of Nintendo now, and we don't need to talk any more about that. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, let's carry on. What direction would you like this podcast to take, Milton?
Well, actually, I'd like it to go professional, but for now,
let's go.
Seeing as you're on, we can't really do professional.
Fuck you, man.
Speaking of complete lack of professionality, what's work like on the Yaz factory floor?
It's fine. Yeah. Well,
anything go wrong?
Well,
workers get crushed by industrial grade machinery. Big heavy cogs and gears falling off, squashing cats in the neighbourhood.
I know there have been some rumours circulating, but I have both hands on the steering wheel, and there may be a few rocky twists and turns.
Both hands on the steering wheel that would explain why my Yaz branded milkshake that I got sent by post, which, by the way, absolutely terrible idea, had car keys in it. If maybe you'd had one hand on your, or at least an eye on your car keys, you would have not put them.
I'm really busy. They're working me very hard at the moment. I'm being quite overworked. They've got me on nights, and some these accidents happen, and some of these accidents they're... Oh, man.
Human finger found in a package of Gouda sent out.
Look, Milton, Gary, it's Gary. Gary from Yaz, okay?
Gary?
He's giving me a really hard time, okay?
Gary? Who the fuck is Gary?
Look, Gary's he's my performance officer, Milton. Look, all the executives are mean to me. All of them. They want me... They want me out, Milton. They liked Hans. They thought Hans was good.
Well, that's not
I'm coming up with all these new original great ideas, and they want me out, okay? It's not fair.
Well, no, that's not fair.
My job's on the line.
That sounds like a bad environment.
I'm going to lose my house. Look, it's Gary, Milton. He comes round with his little pen, his little iPad, and he writes down things. He watches me like as I make the boxes, and he's writing his notes, and he's marking me down, and he's writing all these bad, horrible things. My performance levels it's plummeted, Milton. It's the worst it's ever been.
Well, that's no good.
I look awful in front of all the other workers, and oh man. What am I going to do? Well, I need this job, okay? I want to be with the boys. I want to be with the boys and I want to have fun. But
we can have fun. It's okay. Dude, chill out. It's okay. We can have some fun.
Oh, I'm fucking up so much, Milton.
It's okay. Listen.
It's all Gary's fault.
Take my hand.
Oh.
I'm going to... This might hurt a little bit, but I'm going to imbue you with some Kragi and calm, okay?
Oh, wow. That felt kind of nice afterwards.
Yeah, you'll be seeing colours and little flies for the next 5 hours.
What have you just been talking about?
So, guys, that just about wraps up today's podcast.
Oh, are we doing a podcast?
Yes, I would like it if you'd be quiet, please.
What do you fuck, Milton?
I would like it if you'd be quiet, please. Okay, so before we end, I'd just like to share a little bit of information about our last sponsor. So the kind folks over at Poost have sent me this Poost starter kit. Okay, so in my hand here, I have a lovely mug with the Poost brand logo on it. And inside is a nice heady smelling Poost coffee. I think this one is in limoncello flavour. Many flavours available. What do we got here? Okay, we have a strawberry, raspberry and whipped cream flavour. We have...
It just smells of poo.
Yeah, I think this one might actually be poo flavour. But I'll give it a go. Guys, so down the hatch.
Oh, Milton, your breath smells of poo.
Poost. New smell of breath with each flavour. Anyway, guys, so on that note, we're just going to end. Oh, fucking hell, that stinks. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Can I try some?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, so on that note, guys, we're going to have to end. Thank you, Darksluff, for coming on today on the podcast.
Yeah, it went by really quickly.
Yeah.
I don't even remember any of what just happened.
Well,
I'll be honest, you wouldn't happen to know.
Darksluff, everyone. Thank you. Off you go. That's it. Through the door. See ya. Through the door. Have fun. Have a good time. So, guys, it's been 4 years of Miltoncraft. 4 glorious years, and none of this would have been possible without some very, very special people. So I would just like to take the time to thank each and every one of you, the listeners. Live stream later today. Keep your eyes out for that. We're going to do a pretty special thing. So keep your peepers open. And there's a new Yaz box coming soon. So stay tuned. Stay ready. It could be pretty good. Darksluff has assured us that this is the best Yaz box to date. He seems very excited. So next time on the podcast, we could have anyone really. We could have Baz is a strong contender. Craig, he's been requested a lot, but yeah, don't get your hopes up because I don't want to talk to Craig much. Jimmy Oliver, could have my dad. We could have Homer Simpson. Like everyone's been calling me out. So stay tuned, stick around, have a lovely time. And pop a finger in your bum for me, Milton. Bye.